We're proud at Podium to be sponsored by Morton, which has completely revolutionized sports fueling. If you're not familiar, Morton uses hydrogel technology to deliver more carbohydrates to get the most out of performance without the stomach issues. And those 2 points are so important, especially when you're running long distance events. Personally, I've struggled with gels and drinks in the past, but Morton really is game-changing. The gels do take a bit of getting used to. They're a bit thicker, not like a liquid, but once you do get used to them, you will see the benefits. It works by effectively bypassing the stomach, uses natural ingredients, and you can trust it. All products are Informed Sport certified. So with road season here again, I'll be using Morton all throughout autumn and winter, whether that's training or races. And if you're in the same boat, it's a great time for you to find out more. Listeners to this podcast can get 15% off using the code PODIUM15, all one word, at morton.com. It's a one-off code and the details are also in the show notes.
This episode of Podium is brought to you in partnership with Tracksmith. We're so thrilled to have linked up with the New England Running Company, which we believe is one of the best independent running apparel brands out there. And if you've not tried Tracksmith's Elliott shoe range, break from the norm, give them a go. And the clothes look and feel incredible, whether it's for training, race day, or just because you want that athletics vibe on your off days. Tracksmith also supports all running from grassroots level up to elites chasing their dreams through the amateur support program. Now, listeners to this podcast can get 20% off their first purchase. Just head to tracksmith.com and use the code PODIUM20 at checkout. We'll also put the code in our show notes.
Hi everyone, day 6 of the Podium Podlet, the World Athletics Championships 2025 in Tokyo. The whole team are here, but we've got a special guest today. We've got an Olympic champion. We've got a double world champion. Christine Ohuruogu is here to help us dissect the 400 metres, the finals. We've just come out of the stadium, Christine. We have to start with the women's 400 metres, the final event of the night.
I think, as I said earlier, I'm still trying to pick my mouth off the floor. And someone said, maybe Sydney can break the world record. I'm like, she'll be fast, but no, I don't think she'll reach 47. And my goodness me, because you've got to note that they've already run 2:4s beforehand.
Yeah.
At a very, very fast speed. So to come tonight and run even quicker dipping into 47 is unheard of.
Well, first in 40 years. I think it is.
Yeah,
first 40 years, second fastest ever.
Yeah, that's...
and the conditions actually, it wasn't ideal. It's pretty good.
No, it was raining a little bit, but...
a little bit swirly winds.
Exactly, not ideal. And then they'll be warming up in the rain. That was coming down quite measuredly.
I wish
not
people
too
could
much.
see your eyes right now, because you just keep kind of going, oh my God, what's just happened?
I'm stunned, absolutely stunned. And Sydney she's just a talent from another world. She dominated the 4 hurdles and she's come to dominate the 4 flat. She's leaving nothing for anybody else. Like, what's she going to do next? 800 and win that too?
Well, we know what the next goal is, right? The next goal is the world record. She's not far off it. But people were talking about it today in the build-up, weren't they? Whether she could actually do that. That was maybe a bit of a stretch, that's one of the records that needs to go, isn't it?
It's a record that has stood for so long. I didn't think anybody would come close. And now it's very, very reasonable to assume that she will break it now. I didn't think she would before 20 minutes ago. Now she can absolutely break it, absolutely.
No, we're all totally shell-shocked. And, I think the challenge that Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone set herself this season in coming to the 400, she looked lighter and more enthusiastic.
Yes.
The 4 hurdles, it just seems like failure's the only option, isn't it? And so to have a new challenge,
of course.
I definitely saw a new personality for Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone in this event.
Of course, I think she was, you could tell there's a renewed focus in her eyes. I can imagine if you're doing an event that you know quite well, she does the 4 hurdles, that maybe just wasn't exciting enough for her. So, and usually, the word on the street is that 4 hurdlers actually find the 4 flat harder to run. The 4 hurdles, you have the regularized pattern and you count your steps, so that almost distracts you from the pain of running the 4 hurdles. Whereas in the 4 flat, you are just in no man's land. You've got to find a pace and just pray it works. So they often find the 4 flat harder. So I can imagine that would have been a really new challenge for her and a new code for her to crack. And she's definitely cracked it. I mean, it's exciting. What's the end for her? You know, what's the end?
Did you predict her to win today? Because
I mean,
we all were a bit mixed. I did. I can't remember what someone said.
I was just thinking Paulino's dominance in Paris, that she had that extra level. I thought...
You've changed your mind, though, as this has gone on.
I'm just trying to not make myself not look bad.
Into the champs. Yeah. Okay.
No, I definitely clearly thought she was going to... Well, I mean, Rich, you said at the start of the season the women's 400 is boring, so you don't get to...
Turn off his mic.
Well, this was also before...
Not the event, sorry.
This is also before McLaughlin-Levrone had come into the mix.
You've changed your mind now.
It's more because we're having this sort of seesaw battle between just 2 people.
Yeah. Now it's a 3 horse
now
race.
it's 3, and it's just been a little bit more interesting. National record as well from our lady Paulino.
Yeah.
Paulino and Sarah and Nasta got the bronze medal. Is there anything else you want to say about this race? And
so I think
what's happened?
I didn't really. I think it would have been very easy to have made a prediction of this race. I tried to stay away from that because I like to keep it open, for surprises. I really was hoping Amber Anning would be in the mix. I think she will be the athlete to really cause a stir and to just kind of turn a few heads. But I am proud of Amber. I think she did a phenomenal, had a phenomenal series of runs. She ran well in the first round. The second round, she turned it on, and then the third. It is hard doing 400. And, I know Amber. We go way back. We shared the same coach for a while before she went to the States. It's been great to watch her grow up, mature in the sport. She's really got a renewed confidence in herself. I spoke to her yesterday. She's like, Chris, I'm ready. And she was ready. I think she did the best she could have done. And super proud of her.
But not reached her potential yet.
Of course not. She's young. Amber's young. I didn't run my best until I was about 28, 29. I think that's usually the peak for women in 400. So she's got loads of learning to keep learning.
Well, she's got the same pacemaking skills as you, haven't you? We always see Amber Anning, the Lloyd Cowan push in the last 50 meters.
Yes.
She's keeping it in the track.
She's a star, and I'm super proud of her. Remember, she's also indoor world champion.
Exactly, yeah.
So she's had a good year.
It's something none of you lot managed to do, didn't
exactly.
she? Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
Well, I'm just thinking about what you said about age. If Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone is not even peaked yet, she's 26. I just wondered, I mean, this is so far out there, but she is such a freak of nature kind of athlete,
Yes.
one of a kind.
Yeah.
We've never seen anything like it. Is there a world where she doubles up and tries to do the 4 and
That's
the
what I
hurdles?
said on the comms. I was like, surely LA organisers now are like, right, how do we make it possible? Is that
someone
Christine, is that part? Are we being
mouth
mad?
would never leave the floor then if that was to happen.
What would you do? 400 first, and then she can come up on the 4
that's a lot
hurdles?
of rounds.
Yeah.
So many.
But, I mean, maybe she might decide that
Plus
it's late to my
relays.
home games.
Yeah.
Probably the last Olympics. Why not? I mean, that's bravery on a different scale, I'm not going to lie.
Do you go to the
Yes.
men's 400s? Do you want to just guide us through what happened with that quickly, Hannah?
Well, it was drama in the semi-final stage with the men from Botswana just knocking their times out of the park, and Kevin Achipi got the job done in the end. He looked great. I can't figure out how he ended up in lane 5 as the fastest qualifier, but he made it his own.
Yeah, I think the fours, I was very pleased for also, I think, Jaheim in lane 2.
I know.
I thought he ran brilliantly from lane 2. And it shows you that sometimes a lane is just a number. What really matters is how much heart you have to really make it work. But yeah, I think I've never seen 3 of one country in a final. I've seen
maybe apart from America.
Well, yes,
You expect
apart
that's the
from-
thing. You expect it from the Americans.
Yeah.
But for the Botswanas,
Yeah,
it was just
really great to see.
Yeah.
Well, and the fact that he won, that's the first male champion,
Yes.
world champion for Botswana.
Yeah.
He succeeded where Isaac Mwala has failed.
Exactly.
Letsile Tebogo hasn't managed that yet. He's got a
Yeah.
medal, but he's not won. Of course, it was Amatil Monchel, your great rival.
Yes,
It's
yes,
the only
yes.
person that's won a world championship at all. So, it's been a long time
It's
for them
great.
to wait
And
for
then
that.
their relay teams are going to be incredible.
Yeah.
3 guys in the final.
Well, before we let you go, let's talk about the relays. And Great Britain's chances.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got like a mix here of experience
Yeah.
and youth and real. There's so much talent to choose from, and that's a really exciting time at the moment for.
It's a
British
really
athletes.
exciting time for the relays. I think that they have strong teams. I mean, all across the board, the sprints, well, they're all sprints really, but the 4x1s and the 4x4s. I watched them training in Miyazaki, and they're a team. They're a team. That's the most important thing, first and foremost, is that they're a team. They trust each other, they get on well. There's amazing support in all of them. And I really do think it's just a good example, I think, for all the youngsters back at home. We talk about grassroots sports, so I think if we show unified teams coming through and succeeding and doing well, that can only keep inspiring the younger athletes back at home and inspire them to hopefully think that they can make the team. And but I just wanted to note actually that these athletes, the camps are phenomenal. You know, they were at the camp, they had everything they needed. I'm pretty jealous. I wish I hadn't retired. Come back! You know, but it was just so good to watch, and everything was set up, organised so well, and that's what we can rely on every time we come to a champs. And it really is great that I suppose we have support from the National Lottery, because that allows us to have consistent, good facilities. The Miyazaki camp was brilliant. And I suppose, I know the athletes always thank the National Lottery, but I think from my own personal experience, seeing it from inside the sport and outside the sport as a coach, I really do see the work that they've done to invest in elite sports and also grassroots. I think the stat is that they've invested over 6 billion over the last 30 years. So it's something that we can all be proud of. And I know when the relays start tomorrow, they're going to do a fucking good job.
Yeah, great.
I believe in all of them. I believe in all of them. I believe in all of them.
Yeah. And I think you've said it really well there, Christine. Like we are a nation that punch above what we should for our size.
Exactly.
And I always say that as an athlete, you're the most well prepared you can be because of the backing we have from the scientists, from the coaches, from everything, and all that is funded by the National Lottery.
Yeah, we have everything we need. There's nothing that we need, and it's just great knowing that the teams. I'm looking forward to the relays. I really am.
Yeah.
And Keely?
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, she looked good today.
She looks so good.
She looked good today.
Very, very good.
And
in Georgia.
And did Morgan Lake. Morgan Lake looked good in the hurdles.
So we have a good few days left. It's raining, but our spirits are not going to be dampened.
This is why it maybe sounds even more chaotic than normal, as we're now like
trying to decide how heavy the rain gets.
Yeah, the rain's getting heavier, so we want to let you go. But
have
you been enjoying Tokyo so far?
I love this city.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it. There's so much to do. It's very overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I
sensory overload, right?
Of course, it's a lot. I went on Shibuya crossing, the scramble.
Yeah.
I was just running around trying to go this way, go that way, and I get to and I start again. I got completely disorientated. I didn't know where I was going. I got lost.
I'm just picturing you running back and forth over the crossing like you do shuttle runs.
I just hope someone said, "Is that?" No, it can't be. I don't think that's her.
I made sure I took a flight accreditation so nobody will know it was me. But no, what a fantastic city. Love it, and they love sport. They're all so respectful of us and what we're doing here, and they're proud that we're all here.
Yeah.
So no, it's been a brilliant game so far.
Cool. Christine, thank you so much for dropping by.
We'll let you get out of the rain.
Yeah,
We'll wrap up some of the other events.
Thank you.
Thank you so
All right,
much.
see you
Really
later.
appreciate it.
It's so great. See you soon.
Bye.
She's literally running away.
Oh, that was pretty good, wasn't it? Do we want to stay in the rain just quickly?
Yeah. Go on, we're already wet. I was just
Or
saying,
do
my
we do it somewhere else?
team captain speech from
Okay, go on.
Christine in 2013 was one of the best things
Was
ever
it?
happened to me in my career. And
Oh
I
my
just
God.
look at her
Tell
and
us
I'm just
about
like, it was all about you got to burn your ships. It was about this captain that took all of his troops, took all the men from all his soldiers to go and conquer a world, another world. Back in the day, back in another world, and his mantra was, "You have to burn your ships. The only way you're getting home to your friends and your family and your wife and your children is if you win this war." And we got to the World Championships, and she said, "You must now all burn your ships. There's no excuses. There's no second chances. This is it. You're here." And it was just,
She has one of the most calmest voices as well. I love listening to her.
I will never forget that. Yeah, the speech
But
from
it was
Christine
funny.
Ohuruogu.
People obviously can't see her facial expressions here. Like, she was overwhelmed by that final, wasn't she, with Sydney? Oh, unbelievable!
Shocked.
Let's rattle through some other
Yes,
things.
before we break everything in the rain.
Can we stay with the finals first? There's a nice link from the 400s.
Here we go. Segue from Newman.
off to the javelin because it's been a really good night. And Togo.
It really has. It really has.
It's been a good night for all the Caribbean nations away from Jamaica as well tonight because there's been medals in
Cuba
and the Fonds.
Yeah, Tia
as
Lafont,
well,
yeah.
Venezuela.
Yes.
which is South America, isn't it?
Not-
What did you say?
It's just the Caribbean nations.
Caribbean.
I think-
Sorry,
I think-
come on,
I think you did say Cuba first as well, but I let that one go.
Geography. What was it earlier on? We had a area record. Was it yesterday? We had an area record for Gabby Scott, Panama, and I was like, I was googling it. I was like, Panama is coming up as North and Central America. But it's not an area record because Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone is that, but they class it as South America in athletics. So I was
see,
like,
I think I just sort of heard like other side of the world.
yeah. All right, come on.
Okay.
You do the javelin
Cuba
because
is actually considered Caribbean. I wanted
1-0.
I did want to check that. So we went completely against the script. Arsha Nadeem out early. He didn't look like himself at all tonight, and he's barely competed recently, so he was out of the mix. Neeraj Chopra out 5th round. Julian Weber, he finished 5th. It's just, it completely didn't go to script at all. Curtis Thompson, his first global medal, he finished in 3rd place. Curtis Thompson, a Tracksmith athlete. So
yes, he is a Tracksmith
little shout out for that. Double world champion, Anderson Peters silver, but Kershawn Walcott got the gold. And
what guy?
London 2012, he won the Olympic title.
Yeah.
He was very, very young at that point because he's actually only 32 now.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been a fixture at all at World Championships in terms of contending for the medals. He's been out of qualifying several times, quite low finishes, just hasn't featured.
But
at
this
all.
season,
Yeah.
we have been saying all season, there's a little bit of it was just those consistency in sort of the 84 to 86 range. He was being consistent. Yes, he wasn't hitting the 90 metres with the other guys, but that consistency was there and he delivered it.
The quality of the javelin competition tonight wasn't very good. And
Do you think that was the weather, the wind, then the rain?
Wind, then the rain, and also I was talking to Chris Temple, one of our commentary colleagues, and he's been diving into some of the quotes from after qualification and the fact that they're having to go back to back in days. They predicted that there might have been a bit of an issue there in terms of the quality of the competition, and actually it shows that we didn't see some of the best athletes.
Well, especially someone like
performing.
Nadeem, if he's coming back from an injury to go back to back days, like maybe he didn't have time to kind of recover.
I don't think it really.
He
ever
didn't look right.
The competition generally didn't set alight, but. Yeah, surprise medalists, the ones we expected didn't feature.
Well, fair play to Anderson Peters as well. Just sticking at it. Like, those, and to not have a European on the podium. Do we have we didn't have a European on the podium at all.
No.
And I always say this is an event dominated by Eastern Europe, and then that's just changed. And Kershawn Walcott was the start of that in 2012.
That was Podlet as well. Like he wasn't very good tonight either.
No.
He just didn't feature at all.
Oh,
in the
poor
mix.
Weber. Like I really thought he was going to get it done, and it just.
I did too. I actually thought he was going to walk.
He looked tense from the first round.
He had quite negative body language, I thought, right from the start. Yeah.
Women's triple jump.
Yes, we have a new champion. Wowza.
But it's not a particularly surprising one, isn't it? Because she's been so dominant.
Oh, yeah. Perez Hernandez got the gold at World Indoors at the start of the year. I think 2024 was a bit of a weird one for her because I think she'd gone unbeaten into the Paris Olympics and then didn't win and finished 5th. And it feels like 2025 is her year. She's 6'2". She's really quick. Really rangy, just sort of looks a bit like gives Rojas energy of like not really trying, but is like pulling out almost 5 meters. 5 meters, 15 meters.
15. Nearly did as well. I thought she was going to get her first ever 15-meter jump tonight.
So her best of going into this was 14.98. Tonight she twice went 14.94. I really thought she was going to pull out 15. It actually means for the first time in 4 editions now we've not gone beyond 50 meters. Obviously the massive story around that as well was Rojas being back, the 4-time world champion leading into this, was going to make history if she went 5 in a row, and has been out for almost 2 years with this horrible Achilles rupture, so it's basically had to like relearn everything, hasn't she? And I was chatting to Christian Taylor about it.
We had Christian Taylor on the commentary.
And he was talking about the sort of before and after, but he said, I asked him, do you think she will ever be the same athlete again? She finished in bronze medal position, and he said, yeah, the fact she is here and she believes she could win, because she was in tears after, which was quite, I found that really hard to see.
It, right? He's
because she's so dynamic and charismatic, and she's such a champion, and like she's one of those people I just want her to be happy all the time, because
Like me with Jake Whiteman yesterday.
Yeah, I just want to hug her. And I think she will reflect, obviously, what a phenomenal achievement to have done that, come back, and is able to jump again. And, like, I just pray she's going to be super challenging next year. But for the good of the event, may be pretty cool that we've now got this group of women that are really quite competitive. Like, Tia Lafon looked great. No one over 15, so it's sort of maybe a little bit like the javelin in that it's competitive but not at the really
again,
great
swirling
marks
wind, bit of rain. Like it was, I think we saw some phenomenal track times. Obviously, we've already covered the 400s, both of them great. But the field, you're out there for a while, it starts to get slippy. You lose confidence in that ground as well. I think I saw that in the javelin as well. They started scuffing and slipping a little bit. And once the confidence goes, then the distances go in both those events.
Yeah. Let's just rattle through some heats because, you know, the bigger things are coming. So we've mentioned it already briefly with Christine, but Keely Hodgkinson and Georgia Hunter-Bell are through. Gemma Reekie isn't. What did you think of the two main challenges? Did you think they just did what they needed to do? The quotes from afterwards that they were both pretty nervous. They hate round one. Yeah. They just want to get it done, and they're both saying now that's out of the way, getting to the final should be pretty straightforward. Actually,
they just look so solid. And
Hunter-Bell went earlier than she does normally, and I think that was the nerves. I think there was a lot of pushing and shoving. I think she was just like, I'm just going to get out of here.
Meters or so,
which is about 150 meters early.
But her kick is so like solid. There's nothing about it that worries you. If she goes early, you're like, I still think you're going to be able to hold this.
Can you tell us what happened with Jessica Hull? I actually missed. I missed this last one. So and it's the same heat where it's a mix up between herself and Prudence Secodiso.
She just got clipped from behind. I can't.
Secodiso went down.
Yes,
didn't she?
No, Secodiso didn't go down. She stepped off. I think that was independent. I think Secodiso, the world indoor champ, just was carrying something. No, I think that was independent. Her coming out of the race, but Jess, just Klinsmann. Like just total skid across the ground. Is that a Klinsmann? I know. Check me out. I don't know if I've got it right.
Where'd that come from?
Pulled that out of nowhere.
She shocked into sight. I was like, what?
Klinsmann? That's like when you slide.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. She stacks it and slides on the ground with her arms out.
Shall I explain what Klinsmann is to you?
You didn't know about. I was like, I don't know.
Did a Klinsmann? No. Doing a shot is what you're thinking. I always refer to. But anyway, Jess Hull skidded across the ground. Really good athlete, Klinsmann. But yeah, she skidded across the track, got up as all good, experienced athletes do, and finished her race. And she got advanced through, so that was fine. I think that was all. Everyone else looked pretty smooth. But I've got to say, Rich, if we're going to ask anyone about their opinion on an 800-meter race today, only one of us has competed in an 800-meter race today.
Being here has made me completely forget about the actual star of the day, which is you.
No, it's not. So we did the media races. The media races this morning. How many heats were there? 13?
Yeah.
So it's just as many people sign up as possible, and you will get put in what actually seemed like random heats in the end.
Yeah, they were. It wasn't seeded.
But it was such a great atmosphere down there, and the athletes were actually turning up to support their media teams, which is really good.
Evan Dunphy was out in there.
Evan Dunphy was there, and he's actually emailed us tonight, Evan, and he was saying like how he said it seems to be everyone was so supportive. And he just loved being down there and being part. He said he made him sort of feel more.
Well, we've been on a journey. We've been on a journey.
I know,
great. We've been on a journey with this media race because I sold it to Rich at the start of the trip, and I said, "You've got to do this. Got to do it. I'm too much for Wuss. You've got to do this. You have to." And you were you weren't really into it.
She actually never pushed me to do it.
You've got a half marathon to train for. You can't be messing around.
By the way, just quickly, I had a Slovenian national record holder in mind.
Oh, did you?
I've only just figured that out. Yeah, but he's ran a 1:46.
Rich is now hooked on track racing.
Stalking all your competitors.
Well, no, I thought I heard it on the stadium announcer, and I didn't. And I was like, was that right? And I looked it up later on, and he was running.
Well, I persuaded you.
No.
Persuaded you to do it. Then it was closed. They closed it early. You didn't get an entry. Begged, borrowed, stealed. I'm now a qualified agent, I think, pretty much.
Yeah, you are.
I got you in the media race. And coach.
I mean, my favourite bit of today was at breakfast where Rich got up and quite sincerely Hannah's saying to me, right, I've planted a few seeds. We had a chat last night, did some race plans, but ultimately, like, it has to come from the athlete. And I looked at her, I was like, I actually don't know if you're being serious or not.
I force a race plan on him. It's got to be. But then also you got up because I got in your head about hydration. You're like, I don't need to be hydrated. It's an 800 metre race.
No, that's not true. I didn't say I didn't need to be hydrated, but you got in my head about how much water I should really be taking on and electrolytes and everything else. It was really hot this morning, actually.
It was.
So I've never run a flat out 800 before. So I'm more training for halves and full marathons. So I know how to run like 8 to 10 800s
so now
or sort
you've
of 12
done, now
like,
you've
as
done a single.
session.
Now you've done a single 800. What
Yeah.
did you make of the men's 800 metre semi-finals? Now you're super experienced.
Lovely.
That is what she's pretty good at this, isn't she now?
Segue.
She's actually trying to steal everybody's jobs today.
Well, the star for me was Atawi.
Oh, what a guy!
Because back to front in 100 metres from the 200 metre line, basically, just completely stormed past. That's including Wanyonyi.
So I've missed most of the.
Wanyonyi couldn't respond to it. Wanyonyi
Honestly,
couldn't respond to it.
so Atawi's right at the back, and he's quite, and that start is
It was
quite
like an
a way
Inga
off the
Ritson.
back.
Like he was chilling.
wow.
He was chilling.
Completely chilling, and he gets to 200 metres, and just this injection of pace, he goes past the entire pack.
On the outside, running further.
And he didn't really stop, and he was just still. And by the time he got to even 30, 40 metres, he's actually starting to slightly shut it down, and he's looking behind him, and Wanyonyi can't catch him.
Wanyonyi's then desperately trying to hold off everyone else.
It's going to be.
Like it was.
It's going to be.
And Arop, look, that's the best he's looked, I think, all season.
He didn't need to.
Oh
He didn't do. So the lineup.
Is this going to be what we hope the 15 will be?
Yeah.
So
Apart from we lost Donovan Brazier, but other than that.
we did.
And Mark English.
Yeah.
And Mark English lost his Irish record.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
How did Max Bergen do?
Good.
Yeah, he did good.
Who did he get caught by on the line?
He got caught by. We were just talking about the Irish record.
Oh, was that who he got caught by? Yeah,
Yes.
Cian McPhillips.
Cian McPhillips, yeah.
Who I did research for something earlier on in the season, and I'm going to go find Cathal Dennehy, who's just like the don of all Irish athletics news.
He ran too flat today.
He ran too flat today, yes, injured
yeah.
with an injury. What a guy, because Cian McPhillips has been really badly injured. And this is such a comeback story. And he bossed it again. Bergen couldn't respond. Max wouldn't have just let him past. So in Atawi and McPhillips, you've got two kind of surprise packages from the semi-finals, I think.
It's going to be a brilliant final.
Bryce Hoppel out, Donovan Brazier out.
Yeah.
Wowza.
Yes, it's a real
all
shame
three medalists from
Paris.
Paris.
It's a real shame about Brazier because I am sort of invested in that comeback story, and it hasn't finished how we want. I think a lot of neutrals really want it.
It's so bonkers. We've had to have Jake Whiteman back on a podium after what he's been through. To have Ryan Krauser get a medal to win. Rojas back on the podium. Yeah, there's been this sort of series of comebacks, and Brazier you just felt like deserved to be at least in the final. But it's tough. Men's 800s are really tough.
No shocks in the 5,000 metres.
Nope.
Beatrice Chibet and Faith Kipyegon and Gulaf Segai all went through.
No falls. And Nozomi Tanaka.
Yeah, so she won her heat, and also the.
I don't think she won it.
Did she win her heat?
No, but she was
got
like
through her
team
heat.
tactics. Her teammate took her for 2K,
Okay.
and then she did the rest. And it was 8 to qualify, and she was bang in the middle of that.
Okay, fine. Okay,
It was
that's good.
oh, it was
Anyway,
beautiful.
so down in the mix. Down in the mix zone. At the heats, there's not usually a lot of people down there, but there's a picture that I took, and it's just absolutely around the Japanese section. There's a section just for the Japanese press, and it is just rammed, waiting for her, waiting for her.
Were you trying to get in
She's
there?
A huge star.
I'm literally your biggest fan.
I know these people know everything about you, but I really like it.
Before we go, and we do need to wrap this up, the 200 metres, the 200 metre semi-finals generally. So just quickly on the women's side, first of all, no surprises, but Amy Hunt with a PB to go through to her first global final.
Fantastic.
She's
I
through.
did see her, I thought she looked good.
Dina's through. Darren Nater's not through. So let's move on to the men.
Well, apart from Sharika Jackson looked class.
Because Katie can't hold her.
Spoiler.
Literally cannot. Yeah, go on.
Guys, it's because it was the only one I watched, and Noah Lyles went really fast.
World
so
lead.
Technical. Anything else technical you want to add to that?
It surprised
ran
me.
round the bend fast.
He started well. He did a good celebration.
1951. He says he surprised himself. He didn't expect that at all.
That's what. Yeah, that he surprised me. That's why I was just really quite shocked because it on that kind of night where I didn't feel like there was. Like obviously the jeopardy of not reaching a final, but like he would have been fine. I sort of like him with his back against the wall a bit. Like I find him more likeable as.
But has he got his back against the wall because he was third in the 100? Like is he firmly there? It doesn't really matter what he does today. He's still he's still trying to make up for not defending that title.
I think he's the. I don't. Is his back up against the wall? I think he's
No,
the
but
favourite for the
I think
two.
Katie
No, I
wants
think
his-
he's trying to convince us that his back is not against the wall, but I think it is.
I think it is from that 100.
I think he's been like overperforming the bronze medal in the 100. Like he would have wanted to win that.
Yeah.
He's the favourite at the 200. He looks so good, and I just think he's got a little chip on his shoulder.
Ryan Lavelle actually looks really good.
And he beat Letsile Tebogo, and the lane draw for Tebogo, like that's really significant that Tebogo didn't win his heat. He's going to, I don't know where he's going to end up. He's all the way on the outside or on the inside. And I did say I would love to see Tebogo chasing Lyles. I think, unfortunately, Tebogo, I'm not going to repeat the innuendo that I did a few episodes ago because I'm a professional. But yeah, Tebogo, I don't think I'd love it if he was close to Lyles, but I think he's going to be too far on the inside or the outside. But hey, we just saw Dream Richards win a silver from lane 2.
Yeah.
Well, just one final point on that though, with the 4 hurdles final men's, and Carsten's been
Exactly.
drawn.
What lane? Oh, is it out? What's he in?
He's on one of the inside lanes. I was talking to the stats guy, Mark Butler, who does brilliant stats for BBC, and he's just a font of all knowledge. And he was saying that that's why Carsten pulled up towards the end.
Because he wanted the inside?
Because he was trying to play it to get the lane.
He wanted all the way on the outside.
He
That's
wanted to be
a
on the outside,
50-50
obviously.
gamble.
And
That's
it
what I
was
was thinking
50-50,
that.
yeah.
I was thinking that, and I was like, you idiot. Like,
I know. I was just really shocked when I heard that, to even think that that's where their minds are at that point. And he's
but at
now
least I
lane
did
2,
say,
think.
I wonder if there's some sort of
got lane
game
4.
going on.
Lane 4, sorry, yeah.
Okay, could be worse. Could be worse, but he's not. He
But that's-
never has an inside.
That's a game to play, isn't it? When Ryan Benjamin is running like he is.
Yeah, no, that's a silly game to play.
Yeah.
Because you could have won your heat and still ended up in one of your favourite lanes, like 6-7.
Ryan Benjamin's got lane 7.
Who's it? Where's Dos Santos?
Dos
'Cause
Santos is 9.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
so
Dos
that's
Santos
what-
clattered that hurdle, so
Yeah.
he's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's Benjamin's all over, isn't
This
it?
is something we're going to pour over tomorrow night. Let's call it a day. Let's get home. It's been another great night of athletics. So join us again tomorrow. Go on, Hannah.
KJT tomorrow. Sorry,
Okay,
that's
yes,
it.
all-
That's it.
it
That's
all
all I was going to
starts.
say.
Oh, sorry, we should have said as well in the 200s that Zarnaf uses for you.
Oh, he looked good, he looked good, he looked
and,
good.
Kenny Benarek.
Yeah.
It's
Did Galgal get through?
Nope.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, alas.
no, his day will come.
In the
potentially.
relay.
Right. Good night, everyone.
Gout out. Goodbye.